Hey guys, welcome to Cook with Nancy. Today I want to show you guys how to make a pita bread in the oven. Super soft and nice and pockety. If you're new to my channel, welcome. If you haven't subscribed, go and hit the subscribe button right now. That way you don't miss on upcoming videos. Let's get started with this pita bread recipe. To start off, I'm going to start with all-purpose flour, 2 cups in a large bowl. To this I'm going to add 1 teaspoon salt, or you can adjust the salt as needed. 1 teaspoon instant yeast. Go ahead and combine them well. If you are using active yeast, go ahead and activate before you add the liquid. 3/4 of a cup warm water. Now I'm adding 1 tablespoon olive oil. If you don't like olive oil, you can add vegetable oil. Go ahead and mix the dough together until the dough is just formed, and then we are going to just go ahead and knead with our hand just for 30 seconds. You don't have to knead them for long period of time. 30 seconds to 35 seconds is more than enough, and the dough is going to be a little sticky. Don't get tempted to add more flour to this. Just the dough needs to be sticky. To this I'm adding 1 teaspoon olive oil. Just brush it around and cover it and let it rest at least for 2 hours, or depending on the temperature, until it doubles in size. Now once it is doubled in size, I'm going to just gently punch down a little bit of air, add a little bit of a flour, and go ahead and knead it for couple minutes, around 1 minute. That should be fine until the dough is nice and smoother in texture that you can work with. You don't have to over knead it. Once the dough comes together, now I'm going to just cut them into equal size balls. Now what I have done, I have actually used a scale to measure it. Each dough I've measured it 75 gram. You can just eyeball it. You don't have to be so precise, but I like to just have the same size of a pita bread, so I went and measured it. So it's totally optional. If you have a scale, go ahead and measure it. It's great if you have a measuring scale and it has the same, then you will get the equal size of pita bread. Now as I said, I have 75 gram of each dough. Now I'm going to go ahead and space it out a little bit on the flour surface and rest it for 30 minutes so that it rises a little bit. Now go ahead and press it down a little bit gently without pressing too much of air out. Now we want this air to be there so that it creates nice pocket. Now I will press it down. Now I'm going to roll it into 6 centimeter in diameter. Go ahead and add a little bit flour and gently roll with the rolling pin. As I said, you don't want to push out too much of air out. This air is what creates this beautiful pocket in the oven. Here I have a parchment paper I've cut into small. The reason I have parchment paper, because it's easy to slide it in the oven. Now I'm going to just place it in any flat surface or a baking tray so that I can rest them for another 15 minutes. And it's also easy when we have to slide it in the oven. Now I'm going to rest it for 15 minutes. Here I have a baking tray, and I'm going to put this in the preheated oven at 425 for 15 to 20 minutes until the baking sheet is nice and hot. If you add any pita bread when the pan is not hot, it's not going to rise. It's not going to give this puff, nice pocket. So make sure the sheet or even the skillet, cast iron skillet would work great as well. You have to heat it until it's nice and hot. Then go ahead and slide your pita bread, and as you can see, it's nicely puffed up. If you want to do it on the tawa, you can also do that on the stove top. As I said, the skillet has to be nice and hot so that it creates that air pocket inside. Now, it took around 10 minutes on the stove top, and you can see the pita bread in the oven is beautifully puffed. Now I'm going to just go ahead and cut it and show you guys how soft it is and beautiful pocket that has been created inside. The air is nicely trapped. This is going to not have this browning because we just baked it in the oven for lesser time. I baked it around 12 minutes. Now if you want it to be more brown of a side, just go ahead and turn the broiler for a couple seconds. That should be fine. Now you can store this at room temperature up to 3 days or freeze it and use as needed. Now I am going to make into a shawarma. I have a hot sauce that is homemade. I will put the link below if you want to see the hot sauce and the tahini sauce that I made. And I also have the recipe for beef shawarma, that is homemade beef shawarma, that I'll put the recipe link below as well. This is the tahini sauce that I'm going to just add that, and some salad and some beef shawarma. Go ahead and serve it hot. And I hope you enjoy watching this video. If you have any questions, let me know in the comment below. I will see you soon in my next video. Till then, take care guys. Bye.